guys, I do not sound like myself because I have been sick and near death, and my last few days and weekend have been this and this and this. Also some essential oils and NyQuil and orange juice and anything else that I can try and throw at my death cold, as Megan has called it, because I might have given it to her. So anyway, but I think I'm over the hump. I think I am on my way to getting better, which is good because I have something planned for next Saturday that I have to be more at 100% for. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm really excited about it, and hopefully I'll be able to do it. Yeah, so I'm psyched about that. That'll be a fun surprise down the road. So yeah, near death. I have given this, I believe, to Jim. He has what he's always called throughout a relationship a mutant healing factor, which means I'll get sick and near death, and he just continues to live with me and sleep in the same bed with me and never get sick. That's not okay. I mean, whatever. I'm glad he doesn't get sick. But this time, like yesterday, he was like, my throat feels weird. You gave me this, didn't you? You plague woman. So, this is going to be a fun video, huh? So, today he is at Dragon Con, which if you don't know what that is, look it up. But he, Jim dyed his hair for Dragon Con. He had cut his hair back into really obvious, like mutton chops, Wolverine-esque hair. And he was like, for Dragon Con, I want my like Wolverine chops to be like really noticeable. So we dyed his hair yesterday. Back his natural color, which, I'm telling you guys, one of the things that made me fall in love with that man was his jet black hair. I mean, he had like beautiful, run your fingers through the back of it, jet black hair, like I would kill for. So we took his hair back, jet black. And I'm like, you would do this while I'm sick. And anyway, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, I like it. In fact, I'll insert a picture that he sent me yesterday here. So watch out, ladies. Jimmy Flosstube looks 10 years younger. Oh, and I'm sporting my current purple Jimmy Flosstube shirt. He said that as he does them in the future, because yeah, you guys bought those in like 24 hours or something freaking crazy like that. So he's going to continue to do them on not necessarily always this color, but this heather style shirt because it's really soft. So one reason I'm wearing this today, that and I was filming. So, yeah, Jimmy Flosstube fan club. Yeah, I think he'll do the next run in this purple again. Just because it seemed to be very popular and I love it, and those were gone so fast, and he feels bad because people, like, they're gone before you know they're there. So keep a watch on his Etsy shop, and hopefully you'll be able to catch one the next go around. Let's see, I dyed some fabric for a couple of projects. I finally did that. Go me. And started both of those projects since my last video, so yay go me. First I will show you the progress that I got on my Witch's Garden sampler by Not Forgotten Farm. This is the really bad picture that I show you every time. And I am doing this on Picture This Plus Ren. Gosh, I sound terrible. I'm so sorry, guys. It's not even sexy. Sometimes when you get a cold, you get the sexy voice. Like, remember the episode of Friends where Phoebe gets the sexy voice? So she gets upset when she gets well and she like tries to get sick again, so she sounds sexy. Yeah, this isn't even sexy. which is garden sampler. I had done everything, so wrinkly, oh my gosh. I had done everything at the bottom previously, and I did the bird and the weird chair that's almost as big as the house, and then worked my way up to the top. I pulled this out and worked on it. I don't even remember all of the reasons. One of the reasons was I had a stitching day with Stitching May, or Megan, and Organic Granny, Lori. We met at Megan's house, and then we went out to eat, and me and Megan might have had some margaritas. It was fun. So I took this because this is a 32 count lighter fabric, and I knew it would be something easy for me to work on in a group. So I did this with those wonderful ladies. We had a blast. Maybe I was already sick then. If I was, ladies, I didn't know. And if I gave it to you, Megan, I'm so sorry. If I probably got sick myself the Tuesday prior when I had gone to a foster home with a volunteer who had been sick but we thought was better. I either got it from her or the large amount of foster children who were all over me on their couch, and we were working on homework and letters and drawing and playing with stuff and whatever. Sometimes you get sick when you work with kids. This is going to be rambly because I'm having problems staying focused. What else? I've got a list over here. Okay, so Witch's Garden Sampler. I also started the Prairie Schooler alphabet. This has been one I've been wanting to start for a long time. I had bought all of the charts on eBay when we thought that there was a Prairie Schooler apocalypse. We were never going to be able to buy their charts again. Little did we know they're all re-released now, even if they are on crappy paper. But I dyed a whole yard of linen from 123 Stitch. I dyed it myself with like pearl gray Rit and puts in some splashes of like other colors. So I started with I, which is all the way on the far right hand corner of the piece. And I mean, everybody's doing A. Not to mention, it's not going to really utilize the full yard. And I really liked the way it would be positioned if I shifted everything to the right side of the fabric that I dyed. So I thought the easiest way to do that would be to start up here and just work that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I will probably even work down in columns with the letters and go that way and just really mix it up and do the fun stuff. I don't really want to say the fun stuff first, but different things first. And it'll also let me work towards the left side of the chart, which has some of my favorite letters in it, and it will inspire me to get there. Like the kitty, this one, and this, and the time one. A lot of these are on the other side, so I'm excited. So, Prairie Schooler alphabet is started. I am starting this with Caroline, who does not have a Flosstube, but she is the one who hosts us at her house monthly for the Hawker and Hollow Stitch Along here in Georgia. Well, mostly monthly, and I've only been once. I say like I've been all the time. So she's starting it. Melissa that goes to that has also started it. She has a Flosstube I've mentioned before, Persnickety Stitcher. Olivia has started this with me the same day. Olivia B, she has the Flosstube. Letitia is saying she's going to jump on board with us, and several other people, I'm sure. So it's going to be fun. There's already a huge group of people who started this a while ago. Vanna had done a blog, and everybody was doing it together, so I'll actually try to link that blog below so you can go and check it out and see all the wonderful work that's been going on this piece for years. So it's really exciting. That will be a years and years piece. But the great thing about pieces like that, I mean, that was 3 days of work for me. So I'm not that far away from finishing the eye, like maybe a week per letter, maybe 1 to 2 weeks, depending upon how thick the stitching is or how dense. And each letter is like a little finish. So I like pieces like that. I need a drink of water so I don't cough on camera anymore. Okay. One of the other ladies that comes to the Hawkwood Hollow group and some of our Georgia Stitch Alongs just started a Flosstube channel. Lorraine, you guys know her as Rags to Stitches on Instagram, and she's just, I love her. She's one of those people that I've been to several Stitch Alongs with, or stitching get-togethers with, and she's just so personable and bubbly and nice, and you just gotta love Lorraine. So go check her out. She's a natural. She's gonna be a fantastic Flosstuber, you can tell. I also watched another new Flosstuber this morning that I liked, and I'm interested to see more from. Her name was Mrs. something that started with a V. I'll link her down below as well, because she was the cross-stitch counselor. She is like a licensed counselor and loves to cross-stitch, so she's gonna kind of like mesh the two together somehow in her videos. And she did a little piece at the end of this one talking about why cross-stitch is actually therapeutic. It was interesting, so go check her out. So many people talked about how much they loved the bags that I made, and so many people reached out to me and asked if I was going to be selling them, or if I am selling them. Maybe one day, not right now, maybe in the future. So, and if I ever did, I would totally announce that here on my channel. But for now, I know that there are some of you who really want a bag made by me for some strange, unknown, ungodly reason. And you're like, well, Emily doesn't know me from Adam's House Cat. I'm never going to get a bag made by Emily. Well, I really have been thinking about that and trying to figure out a way to give back to viewers. And then I realized today's September 3rd. September 1st was my 2-year Flosstube anniversary. 2 years I've been doing this. And I have learned a lot, and I've met a lot of wonderful people. And it has become a huge part of my life. Stitching in this community, and I mean, even Jim is in on it now. So I definitely love being able to try to give back to those who give to me through these videos as well. So here's what I'm planning to do. On this video, comment, and obviously don't mention giveaway. You know I don't like to do that, and I want you to be an adult, and I want you to, I don't care if you subscribe to me. I would like that you do, but I've told you before, I'm too lazy to go check. So that's that. Comment below your favorite colors and things that you love, as if you were giving me ideas to make a custom bag for you. Because that's what I'm going to do for a few lucky viewers. If you mention your favorite colors and things that you love, I will enter your name into a drawing, which I will draw in 2 weeks. 2 weeks sounds good. And I'm pulling up a calendar. Actually, today's the 3rd, so I'll put a date up here. That's what we'll do. Cold brain, not doing math. So on this date, I will close the drawing and I'll draw 3 names. 3 names. 3 of you can win a custom made bag. You're not going to know what it looks like until you get it. That's just how it's going to work. I'm going to look at what you've said, and I'm going to pick out fabric and or fabrics and everything and make a bag that I feel like is very Emily-esque and you, and I'm going to mail it to you. And this is going to be easier for me to do because my mom called me this week and told me that she had finally pulled the trigger and bought herself a fancy baby lock sewing machine and was going to give me her Singer. So yay, I have a sewing machine now. Well, not yet. She told me the next time she comes down, she's going to bring it to me. And she was going to come this weekend, but I forbade her to come because I didn't want her to get the death cold. So Mom did not come down this weekend. But the next time that she comes to spend the night, because we're planning that soon, and mother-daughter sleep over here at my house, she's bringing me a sewing machine. So, super excited. So yes, don't say giveaway. Things that you love, colors you love, let me know. I'm really excited about doing this and kind of like spreading the stitchy kindness to people that I might not otherwise be able to spread it to. So there's that. So get to thinking and leave a comment. So sorry guys. And I promise I won't make these until I'm over the death cold. So I won't send you the death cold. I promise. It'll be a while before the giveaway ends and I draw and I look at all of the answers of the winners and order fabric or go buy fabric if I need to and get them made and get them out. So the cold will be gone. You won't get it through the mail, I promise. Let's see. A little bit of haul. Oh no, I started something else. See, guys. The needles and pins stitch along started. And this started on, gosh, it started on my 2-year Flosstube anniversary. So that's kind of awesome. That just registered with me. So, wow, this will be a special piece in more than one way. So I started this, and in my fog, I thought, there's no way I'm counting up to a corner or up to the top and starting there. So I just said right in the middle, and I started on the roof. And this is also fabric that I dyed. So that's where we are, people. This is day 3. And I am doing this in hand-dyed threads that I'm kind of picking as I go. I have this craziness on the couch here that I'm pulling from. This is Classic Colorworks Black Coffee. The window thingamabobbers and the door frame, window frames, there we go, are gassed burlap, which is really a lovely light brown. So that those don't get lost, I am going to fill in those windows with another color so that they pop more on this fabric. The deep red maroon color that I'm doing is gassed mulberry. And I just picked this because I liked it, and you know, kind of our dream house would be this beautiful dark brick home, which we don't live in now, but maybe one day. And so I picked this color that I felt like was a really luscious dark brick red, and as I'm stitching it, I'm like, huh, that was the color of my wedding dress when I got married to Jim. So I'm going to order more of this gassed mulberry, and I'm going to do the woman's dress in this color, and I'm going to do the strawberries in this color, and really make that kind of a focal color for the piece. So, and that's kind of what color the house was supposed to be anyway, but I'm going to darken up all the other reds and stuff in it and make it that color. D90's it. So anyway, yeah, I wore red on our wedding day. And I was sick on our wedding day too, so that was great. We drove to a historic courthouse that I had picked out on the other side of the state, and it was beautiful. And of course, I had a little bit of a cold that day, and like at one point Jim even had to leave as we were having lunch and go get me medicine and Kleenex because he's wonderful and he's Jim. And you know, Jim nor I are really religious people, so that's one of the reasons that we were eloping like this, and we wanted it to just be us and simple, and we didn't need anything big and fancy, and this way, you know, it definitely wouldn't be religious. I think that judge, she prayed with us, and then I think that she said God and Jesus more times than I've heard in some church services. So of course we didn't say anything because we're nice, and we bowed our heads with her, and we left, and we just laughed. We just laughed, and we were married, and that's all that mattered. And we wandered around, and we stayed in this beautiful old turn of the century hotel. We were the only ones there for the night. Oh, it was a great memory. I was thinking about that yesterday as I was working on this piece, and I went back and found my Facebook album that I had posted when we got married of all of the pictures from then, and I had captioned all of them, thankfully, because some of the things that I'd written in the captions, like, I had forgotten about. Things like us laughing at the hotel staff who had left us, very nice, had left us a bottle of wine and wine glasses and a corkscrew for the screw top wine bottle they left us. So, I mean, just all these little things. It was nice to reminisce. Maybe I'll put in a couple of pictures at the end of this video so you guys can see too. A little bit of haul. I digress. And I saw this on eBay, and I just really liked it. I liked the goats, and it reminded me of Michelle Rudy for some reason. So I had sent it to her, not the actual chart, but sent her a picture and was like, I totally just picked this up on eBay. You should check it out. And she said, oh, I've seen that before. I really like it. And then a few days later, she messaged me and she said, somebody just gifted this to me. I just got it in the mail. It wasn't me. But how neat is that? So, but I really liked it. I like this patterning and this and the goats. I thought it was really nice. So there's that. And the same seller had this, which I had wanted, and then it disappeared off my 1, 2, 3 stitch. Hold on, let me wipe my nose. It had disappeared off of my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list, and so I was like, one day I'm gonna get that. And they had it for not that much, so I grabbed it. So now I have it. Maybe this will be one of my dark October starts. I don't know, we'll see. Love it. I got a little bit of mail. I got a lovely thank you note from the lady Caroline that I had sent the Dotson bag to. Look, it's got a little Dotson on it. I told you guys she loved them. And then I got this sweet card from Heather, the Blessed Stitcher, on Instagram, and she just sent it to me because she said she just wanted to let me know that I'm amazing and that she adores the kindness I've been spreading. And it also says, hi, Jimmy Flosstube. That's just so sweet. Thank you so much, Heather. I don't think I've reached out to you directly and told you thank you, which I need to do because all this has been going on. But thank you. It's really, really kind. And then I got this the other day, which really, really made my day. This is from Andrea at Stitching Shadows. And just a little spooky fun for you. Thanks for making YouTube fun and interesting. You and Jimmy are the best. Love and hatchets, Andrea. So this is a postcard from the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast Museum. I showed it to Jim and he was like, that's awesome. Are we going there? And I was like, well, we should. Maybe sometime when we go visit his family up in Massachusetts, we can make a stop in there, like, because they often go out to the Cape, and we spend time at the Cape, and I don't think it's too far from Cape Cod. Closer than Georgia, if anybody is going to interject and be like, well, it's actually an hour and a half from the Cape. I don't know. But it's closer than Georgia. So fun. Speaking of traveling, we are like a month from the Flosstube retreat. So I'm actually starting to get a little nervous. I'm not really a nervous traveler, but I mean, I am. Like, I'm fine once I get there, but like, I'm always like, oh, I've got to check in and get through security, but I'm always fine once I get there. It's fine. But I got to figure out how me and Megan are getting from the airport to our hotel. There have been some people who had said that they would taxi people, so I got to get that figured out. Maybe, I'm sure there'll be a thread up on the group where we're all cementing that closer to the date. So yeah, I'm excited and can't wait to meet everybody in person. Anyway, I'm sure there will be footage from that event for all of you guys to enjoy that won't actually be there. I wish like everybody could be there, and last night, Jim and I we've been planning, but we actually booked tickets to fly out in November to New Mexico because we want to go to Carlsbad Caverns. So that's what we're gonna do, and I need to go through the rest of this and plan out the rest of our trip, but I at least booked our airline tickets. Pretty exciting. So if you know of anything really awesome to do or see or eat or stitching shops around the Carlsbad, New Mexico area, and we're actually, I think, going to fly into El Paso, Texas. So we'll be there as well. Because, I mean, as far as I could tell, that's like the closest airport from there. And it was a good price. So, yeah, we're really excited about that. For years and years, yeah, I'm just rambling. It's not even stitching related now. We would do our vacations visiting family because his family doesn't live near us. So we would end up in Florida and New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and we would just go to these same places over and over and visit family. And I finally said, I love your family. I do. I love them. They're great people. But that is not going to be our vacation. We are going to stop, and we're still going to go see them, but we are going to plan a separate vacation that is just somewhere we've never been and something that we want to do. Like last year, we went to Kentucky and we did the bourbon tour, and we went to Mammoth Caves. Did you see something here? The caves. We enjoyed that so much. That got us talking about Carlsbad, where I've never been, and he's been as a child because his family once lived in Albuquerque. So anyway, that got us to talking about it, and we decided to plan that trip. I'm excited and never been there, so any and all feedback is more than welcome. But I guess it's going to be a shorter one for me. It's going to be about 30 minutes long, or maybe a little over once I add some pictures. So that is all I have to say, guys. Make sure you comment below, and I will see you in a couple weeks probably. Happy September. Bye, guys.